Okay, this is you, Ray, right?
Good morning, Judge. Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning. You are Stephen Chavez.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chavez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. Wait, Stephen, we've got two Chavezes, right? Okay, so you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. This is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. So you know you're not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you, but he's on Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, Judge. On March 6, 2025, the officer received a call from an officer who was finishing a separate unrelated call and observed a vehicle stop 150 feet from the intersection for an unknown reason for a short period of time, then accelerate unnecessarily quickly before coming to a stop at the intersection. The vehicle was stopped straddling the dividing line between lanes and stopped past the designated stopping point. The vehicle remained stationary through several light cycles, and officers approached the vehicle. The officer observed the defendant, the driver and sole occupant, reclined in the driver's seat unconscious while the vehicle was running and in drive. The officers woke up the defendant, and the defendant appeared confused and took his foot off the brake, causing the vehicle to collide with the marked patrol vehicle placed in front of the vehicle. The officer observed the defendant to have red bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and an odor of an alcoholic beverage emanating from his person. The defendant was transported to Pasadena jail for further investigation and denied drinking alcohol. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to provide breath. The results were 0.183 and 0.180.
All right. Can you run his NCIC? How many DWIs does he have and whether he has a license as well?
One prior DWI out of Minnesota, and his license is eligible.
Okay. Mr. Chavez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Yes, sir.
I'm now placing a restriction also on your license that you're not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, likewise, you will go to jail. We send notice to DPS so that every single officer in this state knows that if you get pulled over, you're supposed to have an interlock. So if you get pulled over, an officer sees that you don't have an interlock, you will go to jail.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Judge David Fleischer. He'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me that he can't get hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
All I want is my city protected. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't become a danger to my city. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
For now, I'll have you go sign a reset with Victoria. You'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go.
May 13th, through the 15th.
May 13th through the 15th, Ray.
Let's see. I think May 15th works, Judge.
Okay, it's yours.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll see you later, man.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
May 15th. Oh, Corey, come on up. Go ahead and sign for your reset, please.
Good morning, Ms. Okori. Ma'am, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On March 5th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a residence regarding a disturbance. The officer made contact with the complainant, who stated the defendant had assaulted him. The complainant stated they were involved in a verbal disturbance when she approached him, used a ring-style taser to tase him, and the complainant was able to knock the taser out of the defendant's hand and backed away. The complainant stated the defendant gathered the taser and approached him again at his front door, attempting to use the taser on him again. The complainant held the defendant's wrist to prevent her from touching him with the taser, and the complainant advised that he had to push the defendant to get her away from him so he could get inside the residence. The officer viewed the complainant video footage of the offense, and the complainant stated he felt pain from the incident, was in fear for his life because he believed that she had a knife. The defendant stated the complainant struck her first, which was shown to be false with the video footage, and the defendant admitted to having a taser and using it on the complainant.
Okay. So Corey, I'm going to find.
The taser never touched.
Stop. Now's not the time to fight your case. This is just a probable cause. Anything you say, they can use it against you. Now's not the time. I can give you a lawyer if you'd like. You can talk to the lawyer and go that route, but just now's not the time. You know, you start saying stuff, they're just going to use it to prove your guilt. As it stands, I'm ordering you, ma'am, as a condition of your bond, not to have any contact with this person. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Was this a dating relationship or was this just a?
No indication of dating relationship.
Okay. So ma'am, would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. Deputy Echegon is going to give an application I need you to fill out for me. I need to know everything about you. I will take a look at it. We're going to craft bond conditions for you. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, okay?
Okay.
Please. Can you file no contact and no weapons, please?
Judge, that's it for now. We have an arraignment, but the attorney's not here.
Is that the gentleman right there? He picked up a new case.
No, I think we both.
What's the last name again?
Page 5, Quayar. We're both looking at our file. And
You satisfy the part that you're going to go through the facts and this and understand, and then you guys can close on fact interpretation. Something that you're working with.
Come up, Mr. Quayer. Come take a seat for me in the jury box.
Mr. Chavez?
Try again, push down, push down. There we go.
Just checking the
Joaquin,
Can we approach
of course.
We're here on a plea.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll get a chain and then follow the way.
I'm ready. Are you ready? Or you are Catherine Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. You were charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're going to reduce this to a first offender DWI education class. You need to understand that this still makes two DWIs that are on your record. What happens on the next one? No. Prison. A minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison is what you will be facing if you ever pick up another DWI. And you don't have to be stumbling, passed out drunk for an officer to charge you with a felony offense. All you need is to get into a car, the faintest smell of alcohol, anything funky in the car, they're going to run your record, they're going to see this, and then you're going to be facing a crap load of time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I were you, even if you've had a sip, I wouldn't get into a car.
I understand.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement today. What you were doing is you were pleading guilty to this DWI. It is a 12-month Harris County jail sentence to be probated for 15 months. You will do a repeat offender DWI education class. Two victim impact panels. You will do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No breath test refusal, meaning that if you were pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you don't, you're in violation. And if you violate this probation, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You're looking at an entire year in jail. Do you understand? No drugs, alcohol, guardian interlock, 25 hours of community service. Was there an accident in this thing? You know, you are allowed to make mistakes in life, but when you make mistakes and you endanger other people's lives on a repeated basis, the cost is big. And this is going to cost you big now. There is now a supervisory fee that you will be required to pay. And if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. There is a actually it's reduced to first, right? Is it true or untrue that it's a 0.15 or above?
That's true.
Okay, I'm going to find that that's true. Now, there is a $4,500 surcharge that you will be required to pay. Somehow we have to get your attention that this is unacceptable. And if it doesn't get paid, 1 day in jail for every $100 that you owe. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Can I pay overtime? I'm currently not.
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. We will give you,
Only laid off.
I'll give you 2 years to pay. If you need more time than that, I'm absolutely willing to do whatever you need to do. But somehow we have to get your attention. And I'm going to tell you now also, if I find that you consume alcohol while you're on this probation, it's very possible you may be required to do inpatient treatment. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I filed a motion requesting the orders to be, the supervisory fees, mandatory fees be waived. I believe if you question Ms. Rodriguez, you'll find that she may be qualified to be indigent, Your Honor.
I normally do Joaquin on first all day, but on a second, we need to get their attention. You're bypassing a mandatory week in jail that you should normally be doing because they're reducing this to a first. So it's essentially a slap on the wrist, no jail time. We have to somehow get your attention. And usually the way that works is you got to hit them where it hurts, where it's either jail time or it's in the pocketbook. Somehow we have to get your attention. It's unacceptable. What I'm trying to do is prevent you from picking up yet another DWI because you're what, 42 years old, 35 years old? You're going to be driving for the next 30 years. The law never forgets. And the problem is you will, because 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, time heals all wounds. But the law doesn't forget. And if you run into a situation where there's something catastrophic that happens in your life and you go, you know what, I'm just going to go out for a drink. You get pulled over. We need you to remember this for the rest of your life. Somehow we need to get that to happen. And I'm hoping that this is it. We can put on a longer payment plan if needed, Joaquin. So, you
That
know,
would be appreciated, Judge.
I mean, we can do 3 years, we can do as much as we want, but I wanted to get her attention.
Yes, sir. And I also wanted to ask the court about since now she's going on probation, can she get the scram and the?
Absolutely, but first she needs now I am going to suspend your license because it's a second offense. I'm going to suspend it for a year. You will need a portable device. Once you get that portable device, we will take the ankle monitor off. So she needs a guardian interlock
Yes, sir.
for
I have
the
a-
life
I
of
already
this
have it.
probation.
Yes, sir.
You have a where?
An interlock.
in your car?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm gonna end up suspending it now. So once you get a portable device, I'll take the thing off your ankle.
Okay, so, I mean, why is the court suspending her license, Your Honor?
Because it's a DWI second.
Even though she's pleading to a first? We
And it gets suspended regardless.
on the ALR.
It's a DWI, she's doing a multiple DWI education class. DPS is gonna suspend her license regardless.
So you want her to get the interlock, I mean, the portable, then she can get the scram
I mean,
removed?
I get you on the ALR hearing, but the way DPS works is, from my experience, when you do multiple DWI education classes, they end up suspending your license regardless. So you need to be on the lookout for that. So,
Well,
you know,
Your Honor, we're filing an occupational petition here soon. We're gonna ask the court to allow her to drive. She needs to
do it for a
get a
living,
job, Your Honor.
I'm a data analyst, but I recently got laid off in January. So I'm trying to find a job, and it's making it a little bit difficult with the ankle monitors to,
all right, I won't suspend the license then.
Thank you, Judge.
thank you very much, sir.
But before you start driving, can you run the license right now, please?
Yes, Judge.
Just to make sure.
I see as of
Before
now,
you
it's
start, like I said, because this is now going to reflect another conviction and you're going to be doing a subsequent education class, you need to be on the lookout. You need to make sure that DPS has your correct, address on file so because they're going to send you notice, they should send you notice if they do, about the suspension.
I see it's not eligible right now.
Your Honor, I have the order that we want here. I mean, DPS, the website is notoriously late for updating but
Does it show?
The only most recent enforcement action that says canceled interlock required as of
Okay, since she probably didn't send the $10 fee is probably what I'm thinking,
Yes, sir.
So DPS should have sent you notice that you have to pay a $10 fee to get a special license that you carry on you because of the interlock requirement. If you don't pay that $10 fee, they end up suspending your license. You're not allowed to drive, man. Your license is now currently suspended.
we'll get it done, Judge.
Don't drive right now. If you drove here, you can't drive home. It's suspended.
Okay,
If you drive, you're in violation of this probation as of today. So you need to call DPS to figure out what you need to do to get your license reinstated. So don't drive. So what are the total costs now? So the total cost of this is 5,010. I will give you as much time as you need to pay, like I said. But if you start drinking, you pick up a new case, I'm just going to go bonkers. I want you to know now. Don't. Hopefully this has been enough to get your attention that we mean business. Every day someone dies from a DWI in our county. It's not fair. All we're asking, just don't kill anyone. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty, send it to you with agreement. You're giving up the right to a trial, the right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, there's no turning back. You can never undo this. Now, like I said, you do something to violate this, a warrant will issue. You will go into custody. You're facing up to a year in jail. If you ever have any issues, come back. We can talk about it. We can work through it. But the worst possible thing you can also do is just click off and abscond. That's a guaranteed warrant. Okay? All right. Good luck, man. Thanks for your.
You can have a seat on the first, you know, come talk to me.
Make sure that it's a repeat offender.
Okay.
Hey, anytime you have something that's pled down, still a repeat offender education class, because it's a big difference between the two. Okay, thanks.
We're gonna be waiting on her.
Yeah, waive all the other, I don't care about it.
So.
Hey, Mr. D, can I give you something real quick? We have this lady on a Let me give you the house number. You represent this lady on an assault case. She just picked up a new felony. We need to put her on docket for the BBR, you know? So I was gonna put her on for Monday.
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind reaching out to her, letting her know. Okay,
She may go. Okay.
yeah. They gave her a PR bond on the felony.
She don't have a bond.
Let me see if I can get something for you. Hold on.
You have a home. It's like she was also talking back every day. Information, very organization. And she finally came back to court on the day that she was supposed to come back. And we had to get her for another copy examination. But I told her that she's gonna have to go there personally this time. She couldn't come the first time, so we waited until we actually had the date. And she's over at the ERD court now. So we gave her the date to go take the copy examination, so she knows she has to be down for it on December.
What day is that? Do you remember?
I could,
Here, let me see.
I can pick it, I can put it up on my phone from my email.
It's March 13th.
Yeah, that's what I.
That's today.
Today. She's supposed to.
So let's do this. Let's see if she went. I'm gonna put it on docket, I guess for Monday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then I'll also let Felicia know to somehow see if they can reach out to her. Felicia, can I give you a cause number?
Okay, go ahead.
248-2593. She picked up a felon.
I
We
did
never-
see that.
We never addressed the BVR. She's set for an evaluation today. If you take a look, what I'd like to do is put it on the docket for Monday. If you don't mind somehow seeing if you guys can reach out to her, let her know that she has to come Monday. Don't worry about it. You have enough stuff to do. We'll just, because that's why we have them, they can try and, yeah, okay.
For Monday, so Judge.
Please. And then, Alex, I'm gonna send you guys notice of this as well on.
You're welcome. We don't have another expenses, so we don't pay for any desire to find the and just make sure I know from the support. If you don't.
Perhaps the people who are doing the evaluation can let her know that she has to come to court on Monday.
I've seen a bond was made and then I do have a phone number on file for her, but I'm not sure if it's valid or not.
Probably not. Probably not. Is there, do you guys know who does the evaluation to let her know if she shows?
Is it a two?
Mental health.
Mental health.
At the Harris Center.
Our mental health supervisor in the state. I'll check with her.
Okay, thanks.
Alright, how is April 22nd? Just need to waive the fees. Okay, so make sure y'all let them know, get them.
On the salary part, right?
All right, so yeah, that's your salary, we can work with it. Yeah. Council before reset?
You know, you can just raise your own. Things are information on this application. This one, you can give me.
Sales. Council for reset? Okay.
But you want to write down.
Judge, may I approach on Zoom?
Oh, Ruben, I totally forgot about you, man. I'm glad you said something. Yes. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I have so many windows up that I forget. So you got,
No problem.
is it a bear?
Yeah,
Okay. So what's the word?
we're gonna go to trial, Your Honor.
Okay. When's the trial date?
So
Are we in,
we're in May as of yesterday.
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So May 6th? May 6th?
That works, Your Honor.
Done.
Is there a
Okay.
pretrial conference date?
I'm sorry?
Is there a pretrial conference like a week before?
Yeah, like what we normally do is 2 weeks before come
Okay.
with any kind of issues that you have. Just let the state know, like if you need any redactions, you know, anything like that, let us know on that day so that we can be prepared for the day of trial. Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thanks, friend.
I just wanted to give you a heads up. Jessica Sanford, the two sons, they are ERD2 and they were at their last appearance on the 3rd of March. You still want to bring her to us?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm trying to.
Yeah, insurance. I'm losing one of the actually stolen. Thank you. She did one. Just wanted to let you know.
yeah.
Is the chief in dismiss someone?
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yeah. Hi, Kendra.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Diane Lynn Hernandez. It's a non-trial
Okay.
setting. I just need to reset. I believe we're waiting on some videos. She said that there's surveillance videos from the bar.
Alex, is discovery complete on Hernandez? Yeah. Diana?
This judge. Just to make sure it's Diana. Hernandez? Yes, discovery is completed.
It's very obvious.
Not at this time.
Can you put an offer on it?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. We'll give you a normal reset.
Okay,
At the
thank you.
next setting, they've got to be here though.
Okay,
Okay?
okay.
April 15th through 17th.
April 15th to the 17th.
The 17th, please.
Got it. All right. She's got to be here at the next setting to resolve, huh?
Okay, thank you. So much. Thank you. You scared today. He's in fire. So I'm taking those two brains.
Dean or Corey?
Yes. You know, Judge, I think I'm gonna
Is
take.
her mom Natalie?
Sorry?
Is her mom Natalie?
I think I'm gonna take off tomorrow and Monday. As these emails roll in now, maybe Tuesday.
I just started putting on Tuesday.
Tuesday? Oh, not gonna be here Tuesday either.
Oh, come on.
Judge, we have an agreement when you're ready.
Okay.
Page 10, Hawkins, come on up.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
So this
This
is,
is a
Yeah.
case
Okay.
yesterday. This is Greg's
give
client.
the cause number?
Judge.
Okay, what is it?
It is, it is on docket. She put it on for us. It's 255-4599.
Hawkins. Alex, did you get it?
Yes.
Good morning, Ms. Hawkins. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On March 6, 2025, at approximately 10:29 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle driving with expired registration as of March 2021. A traffic stop was initiated. However, the vehicle continued to travel down the feeder road until it turned and pulled onto the wrong side of a two-way road and parked facing northbound in the southbound side of the roadway. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, and observed the defendant to have bloodshot eyes, droopy eyelids, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking 1.5 alcoholic beverages, and the defendant stated she was buzzed but not drunk. An inventory search of the vehicle was conducted, and the officer found a large plastic cup that was 1/4 full of alcoholic beverage that smelled of tequila in the center console cup holder. Standard field sobriety were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and refused to provide a specimen. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Are you telling me that she has alcohol in the car while she's driving?
It's just getting a cup of alcohol.
Ms. Hawkins, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I am now placing several conditions on your bond. If I find that you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds, ma'am. You're not allowed to drive. I'm taking away your privilege to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. This is an affidavit that you're going to promise to me that you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, ma'am.
Judge, is that standard for driving?
She has alcohol in the car while she's driving. And so I would presume that it's elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. It scares me, and I just don't want her driving for now. You know?
Understood. But
We can approach at a later date, but I'm
I'm concerned because for her employment, she can't get to and from work, and we can't get an occupational license or something like this. It's a condition of the court. I don't think we have any opposition to putting interlock in the vehicle so that she's not able to drink and then drive. But it just seems like no driving at all seems a bit harsh for a first offense. We don't even know what the blood is at this point.
Get it? But she has alcohol allegedly in the car while she's driving. One would presume that that's a humongous no-no, you know? And I want her to appreciate the privilege it is to drive. It's not a right. It's not a right. It's an absolute privilege.
Judge, if I may, what would be the conditions under which she's able to come back and get permission from the court? At what time frame?
I need to know that she understands and appreciates the privilege, you know? be proactive. It's not forever, Aaron, you know, but I want her to understand that it's a privilege, it's not a right, and it's something that people should take very seriously. I don't want you to talk here now in front of him. You know, you guys at a later date can come back. I'm always all ears. Like, it's not
For
absolute.
Greg's purposes, since he's going to be the one representing her, well, what is a later date? I mean, is there something we can do? Because, you know, if it's something that you'd like her to do while on bond to make sure that she's, you know, addressing the issue, I mean.
Be creative, be proactive. I want to know that she appreciates it, and I'm all ears, you know. But it's something that I've seen more and more, you know, where there's alcohol in the car, and I would presume that you would know, especially at this age, that, you know.
Well, to be fair, Judge, the allegation is that she violated the law. The presumption is that you would know not to violate the law, period. I personally don't think that the fact that there is possible alcohol in the car, I don't think it's been tested, but it just seems like no driving at all seems like a harsh penalty for someone who's never been arrested before, no criminal history. These are allegations. There's a blood draw pending. According to the dim summary, she had 1.5 drinks. It's certainly possible her alcohol level comes back below the legal limit. And if that takes 90 days to get those lab results and come back and get this taken care of, she's not driving for 90 days.
I'm not saying that long, Aaron. I just want some kind of proactivity that I know that she appreciates. Come back and, you know.
And just
Hey,
for
you know.
Greg's purposes, so I can convey this to Greg. What's proactivity to the court?
Just be creative.
Okay.
Be creative. And, you know, several weeks, come back and we can talk. But it's a privilege. It's not a right. And it's something that we take very seriously. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. Every single day. And we need to ensure that it's taken seriously, you know? I'm not asking for much. And once we know that there's appreciation, then let's talk again. Like I said, it's not long, Aaron, you know, but I need to know. For now, well, because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You do not need to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel and they will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Do not pick up any new cases. Don't consume anything illegal or any kind of alcohol, and we'll be fine. You've got a great lawyer. Listen to them. They'll take care of you. I'll have you come up here, swear test. You're not going to drive for now. We'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Hi, come on.
I'm approaching off docket this morning, Your Honor, for the main matter.
Pause number?
255-3859. Which regarding the bond conditions. From my understanding, 2 of his conditions were that he could not drive, and the second one was that he has random drug test and a scram. So I wanted to see if we could get the provision regarding non-driving, see if we could get that removed. He does work. He works Monday through Saturday. He has a wife and
There's a reason why we do it though, right? Either they don't have a license, something is there. There's a reason why we have it on, right? And I don't know. Alex, tell me about the case, will you?
So in this case, the officer is dispatched to a motor vehicle stopped on the road with the male in the driver's seat passed out. The officer observed the vehicle stopped on the road facing the wrong side and forcing multiple vehicles to drive around. And the officer observed the motor vehicle engine on, and the defendant sitting in the driver's seat, appearing to be sleeping and passed out. The officer observed an open container of Bacardi rum, 750 milliliters bottle.
Yeah. He's got to open up, you know? So I need some, show me proactive that you appreciate, you know, it's been 3 days though. That's not enough time, you know, some kind of proactivity that he appreciates, you know?
Yes, sir. He did let me know that he plans to start AA meetings with Veteran Affairs. I'm working on getting the documentation for that, but he did let me know that he plans to start that as well. So just come
Then
back.
just be creative and then I'm all ears.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, could we address the second thing or should I just come back all at once? The random drug test and scram, does he actually need both?
Yeah, but so we know he's not using illegal substances.
Yes, sir.
So the device only checks for alcohol,
Okay.
not for anything else. So that's why we have the randoms.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Morgan?
Wanted to do a approach on that. Yeah, would be.
Okay.
I was just appointed to her.
Good morning, Miss Morgan.
Good morning.
And they got a text. So it says, update your information, website.
Did you need anything? Did you want anything?
To see if we can get a PR bond from Miss Morgan. I spoke with her and so she is living in Houston. She lives with her children. And
You don't show up. You never show up. I mean, you never show up.
They gave me a bus, my bus pass and everything, so I know I could, what time to be on and what court to actually go to.
We've given you 3 different PR bonds and you've never once appeared, ever. The only time we see you is when you get arrested.
Yeah, this time it was my mom gonna take off and everything, so it's different this time.
Why could that not happen the first 2 times?
Because of her job, but this time she said she could take off. Instead of me catching the bus and getting lost, she could take off.
she does have a family that lives here, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Miss Morgan, but you just don't appear. You never appear. I've given you PR bond after PR bond. You know, not only that, you pick up one case, we ask you, hey, come back to court, just be good, and you pick up yet another case. And on that case, you've flaked out on us 3 times as well. So it's not just been 3 times, it's been more than 3 times where we've given you chance after chance after chance after chance after chance, and you blow us off. If I give you a PR bond now, I don't think you're going to show.
I'll show.
You promised that 4 other times.
I made it out here though, to be honest, I did.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just don't. We've given you like 4 different chances for you to appear, and you've never done it once. You've got 2 open cases now. I don't think you're going to show. I really don't. I'm sorry, Hugh, but really.
What I'll do is I'll get a like a short reset.
I'm happy to give you a bond reduction if you want a bond reduction. And your bonds, I have your bonds now set at 7503 on each of your cases because you just don't show. I'm happy to give you a very, very reduced bond, but I'm telling you, I know if we give you a PR bond, because history tells us you're just not going to show.
No, history doesn't say that because you don't know what's going on in my history. You just go by what you see on your information. But in reality, you had a camera set so by the time you let me go from downtown all the way up until now, you'll be apologizing. The whole court would, to be honest. I don't know if you know what I went through.
I get it. I do. We all have circumstances. I waive everybody's appearance so they don't even have to show up to court. All I ask is for you to stay in touch with your lawyer. That's all I ask.
I have his card right now. I never had a lawyer card. I never had a lawyer. Only Mr. Bonnie.
Have you been appointed on this?
I was just appointed today, Judge. So I don't believe that she had an attorney previously or so.
Where you living?
At 124 East Golf.
No. I don't want the address. Who with?
Huh?
Who with?
My kids. My mom have my kids right now. I have 7. And I believe my one of my kids are in court right now in Houston, but I have 7 kids.
So you're living with who? You say your mother?
With my kids.
Find out if she has a stable place to go to. See if she has a place to go to, like there's a stable home, and then maybe I'll consider it and I'll put a monitor on your ankle.
Okay.
But I'm not going to let you out just to the street. That's not going to happen. But if I know that you have a stable place to stay like your mom, or a relative, someone that's willing to take you in,
Yes,
but into the street, it's not going to happen because I know what's going to happen if I let you out to the street.
okay.
So call, see what you can do, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Hi, Council, come on.
Mr. Juan Guzman,
Okay, back there on bond.
he's back there.
What were you on the monster judge?
I'm not, yeah.
So Juan Guzman just picked up a UCW case, so we now have a motion to adjudicate his DWI.
Oh, Mr. Goose, okay, yeah.
I'm just here because obviously we'll set some type of bond for the motion to adjudicate on the DWI.
He has a big history of not showing up. I think that, didn't we order a TRAS?
So it came back as SATF.
Yeah, I think that that's probably the right thing that we should do. So we've had, he has a lot of history with,
FTAs.
you know, substance abuse issues. And it's been on while he's been on probation for the DWI as well. That's so what we did was we did the TRAS to see how do we go forward, because I don't know. They've recommended TRAS. That's what I'd like to do. You know, so if you want to just, have you spoken to him about it yet?
Have I spoken with him?
About
Oh, no, I have not yet.
TRAS?
I was just coming up here to straighten
Yeah,
out.
if you don't mind speaking to him about the TRAS, because what it is, it's like an inpatient
no.
facility. So that's what we'd like to do.
Okay.
So would like to amend his conditions to, you know, and let him know, please, that we're going to do it over and over. Because one of the things that happens is that when you get into SATA, after you're done, they put you in aftercare. Aftercare is like a halfway house type situation. So let him know that if he blows it off, we're going to issue a warrant. It's right back into SATA again. So let him know. We want him to take it seriously so it actually works. Please.
The other fact is felony PCS, Judge.
Oh, crap. Damn it. So we can't do it then.
No, I don't think so.
Man.
So yeah, but he's dealing with the felony PCS, the UCW down here, and then there's the motion to adjudicate. the
Right.
DWI.
Okay, so the felony set for today too. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, so I'm not sure exactly.
Only called about that to ask if they actually had him, because they wanted him.
Got him?
Yeah.
So send him
Send him on
up.
over?
Send him up.
Okay,
Send him up. Let's set him maybe for 2 days from now.
okay.
And then we'll see what happens upstairs, you know, and then hopefully if you can let the lawyer know upstairs what you would like to do, hopefully that'll help them upstairs. It is,
Tomorrow or Monday.
oh, they, Ms. Gottlieb has been appointed to represent her. So let's put it on for Monday. Yeah. And then, can you put it in the notes that we would like to do SATA so that they can see it as well? And hopefully that'll help them upstairs. Okay,
Okay,
thanks.
thank you.
Yes, sir. Hi,
Packaging, but this one is packet.
okay,
Ayed Abbas, Abbas.
okay.
He actually had a felony prior, but it was dismissed. That was a global offer initially. But because that felony has been dismissed, I do need to speak to the client about the offers.
Do you have was there no global offer in this thing?
It was.
Abbas.
Pockets?
Your Honor, what happened was felony, it's just their case, they come back and so they couldn't serve the last by 180 days, so they dismissed it.
So that's why they, okay.
So the hard case,
So it's 190 days old. I'll give you a week. He's got to be here in a week. You guys, you know, do you have an offer on both cases?
time for offer on case, Your Honor.
Okay, so if you can relay the offer, come back in a week. I was getting him a week. You know, it's 190 days, so please reach out to him. They got to be here at the next setting so we can figure out how we're going to go.
Okay, and may I ask for maybe 2, I'm only asking.
Don't worry about it. I'm okay. 2 weeks is fine.
Thank you.
But that's it.
Yes,
Clear trial at the next setting.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hi.
Good morning, Judge.
I'm approaching on Russell Singleton's case.
Okay.
Last setting, it was either a plea or get on the trial docket. We want to get on the trial docket.
Even if you're not coming in the past, just so they know you're being there.
He has felony pending. He has a felony court date on the 17th, so he's not going to plead to anything before the 17th. So we have to be on the trial docket.
So I'm pretty
Okay.
happy with me. I think we're May 6th.
May 6th? Okay.
Is that, you want to check to see if
Yeah,
that's
I'll
okay
check
with
with
you?
Victoria and then. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
yes, ma'am.
All right, so the final is disclaimer. Okay. So, officers were branding the other job. So we do this, so 13 or trying to call out the science.
Hey, Vic, we got an email from Mr. Fairhart. Did you see that email? It's regarding a Christopher Roberts.
There you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
And it's right. I read such a bad litigation packet submitted. That's what I told her. I was like, get from my whatever. Yeah. Aaron's spring break.
Blaze, I'm sending you an email. I'm forwarding this to you because I'm kind of bewildered by it. Did you get it?
Yeah.
That's the wrong cause number is on it. So that's not the right cause number, but no, but we have a drug test set for the 27th and it's like,
Yesterday, I didn't want to make it.
do you have a plea? Do you have a
It looks to be a plea. Let me pull it up. I think you guys.
do you have the cause number?
Spit on it. Yes.
Oh,
From what I remember, let me go later on. I saw it yesterday though.
yeah, that's the spin. That's why. You're right. It's the spin.
It's the spin. Let me pull it up.
Do you have an offer on it?
Check it out here.
Okay, counsel. Hey, come on.
Daniel Melger, on document, MELGAR.
Okay. Okay.
So we do have an offer for a 15 months probation and a time served on the DWI. Mr. Melger.
We're working on mitigation.
Judge, Mr. Melger is just about complete. He needs a little bit more of it.
Had since December.
I understand, Your Honor. I understand. Anyway,
Where is he now?
We've got an autobiography. We've got letters of recommendation, 3 of them. He just needs pay stubs and accomplishments.
Mr. Melgar now.
He's outside the audience, Judge. They can have him come up.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's not done. It's been working on it since December. It's been 3 months. No, I'm rolling him tomorrow to get it done.
Okay.
Come up. I don't understand how it's taken so long to get this thing done. We're not waiting anymore. I'm going to roll you now day for day until it gets done. I mean, we'll see you back here tomorrow. You've literally been working since beginning of December on this thing. And it's still not complete?
We'll get it close today.
Okay, we'll roll it to you tomorrow.
Good job.
All right. And a reset.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Judge, for Miss Sanford that we discussed earlier, we were able to get a good working phone number for her.
Oh, great.
So I provided it to Mr. Dixon, and then I also sent her a message. I'll call her later today.
And do you know if she's shown for the appointment today? She missed the first one.
So she's in Rick Court, and I reached out to see if we had any officers there, but we currently don't do anything for their dockets on Thursdays. I tried to see if I could get in touch with maybe the coordinator, but
No, it's at the hair center though. She's going to the hair center to get it.
yeah,
done.
we
So
don't have anybody that works directly with them now,
Don't worry about
but
it. We'll see.
I'll make sure to try and relay the message though. As of now, her phone number seems to be working. She's checking in with us daily using it, so.
Right? Okay. This is not to go.
Your Honor, pardon. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing
What's
well.
new?
I'm doing well, and yourself? You know what is new? I had 9 cases set for jury trial between January 20th and March 3rd. So what's new is I've actually regained some semblance of a life over the past week.
Well, I'm glad to hear it's at least some kind of normalcy now.
Some kind of normalcy.
You have some with us today?
I do, Your Honor. I have a person who's charged with assault named William Seri.
Is that within? What's the last name again?
Seri, Serey.
Okay.
Page 18.
Do you want just a reset?
Yes, Your Honor, we're working on a pretrial intervention packet.
Yeah, no problem. Is
Okay.
discovery complete?
Let me double check, Your Honor. Yes, it is. Actually, here's meeting on medical records.
How long have we, because we're now at 140 days, how long is it going to take?
Well, if it were up to me, it would have been submitted a while ago, but I'm pressing on my client to get me all the materials that I need. So whatever reset the court feels comfortable with, I'm actively pushing on my client to get me what I need to submit the packet.
So 2 weeks if we can.
Well, I'm going to give you guys a normal reset, but just try to get it so we can,
Of course.
April 15th through the 17th.
How's it? April 15th through the 17th?
Let me check real quick.
Ish.
How about April 15th?
Okay, it's yours.
All right, super. Thank you, Your Honor. Take
It'll
care.
still be waived at the next setting as well, just for, so after that reset though, that's when we'll start requiring, okay?
Gotcha, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, man, have fun.
You take care. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Judge, I have Marina Odiamba on today's docket. It's for bond violation. He missed his drug test, I believe it was on March 3rd, because he went to Arizona because of his
last name?
Marina Odiamba.
That's right. It's with an M, right?
Judge.
Judge, I sent him for a drug test this morning and the results came back presumptively negative.
Great. Okay. So nevertheless, we're at 200 days. What are we doing?
Judge, I'm going to have to submit the non-driving affidavit. He's done the TRAS. We're going the PTI route. And once we get the contract.
Have you submitted everything?
So he's approved and he's done the TRAS, so so he's going to.
Got it.
Maybe we'll do if we can, we'll try to print the non-driving affidavit and just get it notarized today in court. If they'll accept that version of it.
Do you?
Sometimes they're no.
For no driving affidavits for the PTI program, can I give one or do you guys give one?
They're kind of persnickety about those.
You got one? Okay, wonderful. So they need that though. So.
And once I submit that, they'll give me the contract. He'll have to get the alcohol monitoring device.
So we'll set you off like a couple weeks?
We'll do 2 weeks, Judge, and I'll also have to submit the indigency affidavit with all of his financial information.
We may have one for you over there.
Thank you, Judge.
Do we stop or are we out? The indigency packets for,
Oh, no, yeah, we're out.
I wonder how we can get more. How do we,
Maybe the state has one of those, they can put up.
because it's a packet, right? I wonder.
I didn't know. You're not allowed to approach this guy.
And so it's not and then also normally when you get here, we make a warning issue regarding your
Maybe like 20, like a bunch of them. That way because it's easier to just give it to the, defense lawyers that way. Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Wasn't the rain?
Oh, yeah.
She'll probably have to sign with her. Let me double check.
Spoke with Samaria Morgan's mother, and she doesn't have a place to stay. So I
He
was,
doesn't have a place to stay? Yeah, then it's not gonna happen, because I know if I get her out, we're just not gonna see her again. And it's just, I can't just continue to do
I
it.
understand. But I was gonna see if I was just gonna get it reset for next week. I want to go through all the evidence and see if we can.
Whatever you want. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you want a day, 2 days, 5 days, whatever you want.
Okay, great. Thanks, Judge. Yeah, so I had an off docket. I wanted to see.
The mom wouldn't even take her?
She said no.
Oh,
That's sad.
must be a strained relationship, huh?
Yeah, it's tough telling clients that, it's like, it's part of the job, unfortunately.
What you got?
I have Gerald Williams. He was on docket yesterday, but he wanted me to approach and see if he'd be willing to entertain taking off his ankle monitor.
The cost name.
254-5383. And I could have gotten with the state first, but it's now thought of that for y'all to call and see. It's 254-5383.
I remember we modified something.
Yeah, he hadn't come in, but it was, he thought there was a geographic restriction, but there wasn't on it. As far as like leaving the county.
State. I'd like your opinion on this.
Yeah.
So dude's got, so I put an ankle monitor on him because quite frankly, with his history, a lot of assault, a lot of just violent, he scares me. So we put an ankle monitor so we wouldn't go anywhere near the person.
Yeah, he said he was coming back.
When's the last time you've done a rip on this case?
Council for reset.
So we're now working what? Nearly 3 months in.
Yeah, and so I told let's.
Who's the complaining witness again?
It's relationship there. They bring me.
Before I do, I want to make sure from the complaining witness that there have not been any issues, right? So I'm happy to, assuming they can verify that he's been
This be a decent solution, Your Honor. Maybe moving it up on the docket, so that kind of work. He's already on it.
Whose case is it? Is it?
It should have been trying. It's not like.
Where? What do you say?
Yeah, that's fine. We can just get it moved up and then make it.
Send it to an investigator if you need to now, you know, because if you're having trouble now, then don't delay the, you know,
It's move it up and put it on that investigator's radar.
okay. So I guess maybe 2 weeks. Okay.
That's all I have. Cool. All right, thanks. Thanks, Judge.
Sure.
It's up without
So Corey, come up, sign, please. This is sign bond condition.
We're talking as yeah, doesn't Jerry go down now? I'm bringing it up now. And then you're gonna be getting those, so we said she's gonna get it.
She's still, yeah, I'm still waiting for you to say.
Okay, so we're just gonna measure how if your next day. But if Natalie wanted her to go to court, I think Natalie approved policy to go to another court.
Oh, is she going elsewhere now?
Well, we're just saying that she didn't want to go at all.
Yeah.
She didn't want to stay. So Natalie.
Yeah, she's fluffing the thumb. There.
Oh, thank you.
Here, this one, here. This is my favorite one.
Great. I'm surprised I got that. You don't have
No, none.
I just got this before we got.
Hey. Please.
So, it's, I think it's key, but it's style. We've got a lot of unique words. I have to agree with this. But I just want to get a lot of court. I have another agreement. So we agreed to we've agreed to time serve 2 days. That's just one thing. Reason being, Your Honor, In felony, he was referred, they continue on deferred. Part of that continuation is he's gonna have to hear why. So he is awaiting going to why.
Are there any, is there any restitution that's,
Because that's the thing, Your Honor. That's just what is important. We've been,
how long's he been in jail?
he's been in custody since, about a month.
I'm just right, it's around 30 days.
But that's been kind of the holdup, Your Honor. We've been primary contact of the permanent bird vehicle, that being the one that will be the restitution.
Okay.
We've not been able to do that yet, but I also understand he's sitting in custody, so I know that the topic. And I'm just looking to see, Your Honor, it would be a broken window, so it's not like a unlocked article, there's potential to be have some restitution.
Are you sure they're sending him to Wymack?
That's.
And I see restitution of the parties commit amended condition of government. I don't know. It's $2,000.
You know which is.
This is on the BMV?
It's on his felony case. Yeah. It's on the other.
Oh, is it yeah?
What's the max credit like with this? You want to do a plea?
So Judge, that is felony, because he had the felony and then the misdemeanor, the felony unauthorized use, and then the misdemeanor.
You guys definitely want to do a plea today, right?
We do, so you can go to YMAC, but we definitely want to do it. He's accepted it. It's just.
Here's what I'm thinking. We roll one day, just to use one more day to try to get you like see if there's any restitution. I don't even know if we'll be able to pay it on the line because we can't amend the felony conditions as part of his probation up there to include our complaint. I just don't see a way.
How old is he?
18.
Yeah, 18.
Freaking 18 and all this crap? That's nuts. This is crazy, huh?
I haven't been in touch with his dad though. His dad has called me and said that he's gonna, I guess his dad's in Louisiana, and then once this is over, he's gonna.
Watching over him?
Right, he said that he's gonna move him to Louisiana with him because he doesn't have anybody with him
Not
here.
around?
No.
Counsel, what was that?
And he also told me, because the guy I talked to told me he was his dad, but he told me that's his little brother's dad. And so he doesn't have like any of his like biological parents, but his little brother's dad is gonna take him in.
So what do you think? Playing on which one?
I don't know if we pay restitution.
No, man, you're squeezing blood from right now. You're not.
It is not offer. It is 30 days. I mean, it would be time served. It's not getting out today because it's wages. I think it's reasonable.
So going on one and dismissing the other ones?
On the burglary vehicle, which was the complaint, case is invading.
And one of the evadings, he has 2 evadings.
And the other evading. So it'd be 2 dismissed.
Are you okay with that?
What I hear is, I don't doing the logging, I understand that it's sort of.
So to roll it to tomorrow. He's got a wait list anyway. How long is the wait list? 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
The 20th, he said,
So
so
if we can do tomorrow.
Are you?
I'm okay with it.
Hey,
And also staying.
Deputy, get you going?
We're talking about
Or
Zion.
anyone?
We're talking about Zion.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's Zion, he's there. Zion Williams, also known as
Bring out Mr.
Zion McKee.
Or McGee? Byron McGee?
The ex.
To H. On his.
Oh, we got two McGee's?
Yes, we got Mick
Right.
McGee and or McGee. Yeah. On Zarin's cases, older cases for the evading and the failure to ID, he's 30 days.
So even if it's not a complaint, you don't try.
I'm gonna give you a copy and then you're.
Okay.
Have, I guess we'll, can you look up how many times has he had a bond violence report or messed up in felony court? How many times have he filed a motion on him? But hold on, I want him to hear it though. Like, I'm just asking you to research it, to look to see. Morning.
Morning.
How's jail? How's jail? Shh.
That's all right. No, it's not a place to be, but it's all right.
Why do we have jails? Why do we have jails? Why do we have them?
To sit people down, to think about what they have already done.
For people who cannot conform to society, because we got people who are just complete chaos. How long you been in now? 2 months? 2 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Who do you have in your life? Do you have anyone that's willing to watch over you, mom, dad, anyone? Who do you have?
I got my little brother Pops. You feel me? My aunt. I got in contact with them. What's his name? While I was in there incarcerated just recently. You feel me? So yeah, I got them.
You know, your lawyer and the state have been working a deal to basically get you out, but you scare me. I mean, you think it's funny. It's not, man. You know,
I'm trying to just listen to everything you say, though.
life as a black man in today's society is hard enough as it is. You know, it really, really is. You know, you already under the gun. And with all the shisa that you're picking up now, being on felony probation, you picked up these 5 cases now with us. You're literally killing your chances of ever doing something worthwhile in this life, because you're either going to end up dead or with a 25-year sentence. As a statistic, we have enough statistics, Mr. McGee. You know, how many times has he mucked up or had a DVR or a motion filed upstairs?
One motion, but you also reported November, December 16th, December 31st, and January 13th. He also failed to complete IOP, thinking for change in the law violation.
Does he have any felony convictions right now? Once you get that felony conviction, it closes so many doors. It's disgusting. It's sick. As far as I can see now, I don't think you have a felony conviction. And I hope and I pray that you do everything in your power to avoid a felony conviction, because I'm telling you, no one hires felons. If you ever want a good job, you want to get a loan for a car, hell, they're not going to give it to you. You want to get an apartment? They don't give apartments to felons, man. Does he have a felony conviction? You need to do everything in your power to avoid it. Go to WIMAC, do your shisa, get out, and show that you care, because what I see there, you don't care. And if you don't care, they're just going to send your ass to state jail with the felony conviction, and then it's done. Don't become a statistic. We're going to reset this case tomorrow because they want to talk to the complaining witness in this case. We're going to try to resolve this so that you can work on and go get on to WIMAC to better yourself. If you ever need anything, just talk to her, come back here. We can give you whatever you want. If you want a cell phone, you want a tablet, you want a place to stay, eat, money, we'll get it for you. But don't run the streets because you're going to end up dead or with a 25-year sentence. Stop. Grow up. So we'll put them on for tomorrow. Come back, write it up, and we'll get it done.
All right, maybe.
Don't become a felon. All right.
Come back with you.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Judge, let's first talk about Mr. Guzman in custody. Okay.
That one that we signed, our main request for the turn on the case and all in talk for votes.
In terms of subbing in for me or something?
I thought they were gonna give it to you, but they just really wanted
On all of them?
On Guzman, I think I was on.
It was an MAJ.
Right, but I've been on it for like 2 or 3 settings. So am I out? Do I need to do a sub or something? I mean.
It was a deferred, it was a deferred probation.
So no, you don't have to sub out.
Easy money.
Well, we're trying to, fixing to. I just need to talk to it. So should I talk about it or not? No, don't talk about it? Okay. And
one less.
Okay. In that case, moving on, young Mr. Cuellar here, Judge. He's got a WI, first time, no priors. The situation is he missed court last time because he moved back to Victoria. He lives.
Mr. Cuellar does what Mr. Cuellar wants to do without regard to court orders.
It looks that way, Judge, but he's been in good communication with me. I've talked to the family. His grandparents adopted him. He was actually in Houston to visit his biological father recently, and that's when this incident happened. And since then, he's actually moved back. His aunt is here. He's got family support. But I've talked to the family at length, and I've talked to him. Chief is okay with us, having a time served deal. We want to get it done today so he can move back. He's enrolled in school. He understands the severity of having this conviction, but he's got family. They have a business. He's going to be going to school and working there.
Who's here with him?
Well, I think they stepped outside, but his aunt and I think your grandfather is here. You want me to go get him real quick?
Please.
Your Honor, this is his aunt. The grandparents are outside, but she has a young toddler, so the grandparents are watching the toddler, but she knows the situation. She's,
Hi, how you doing?
Thank you for coming.
Come on in. So I've explained to the judge his current situation with him living with the grandparents in Victoria and how you guys are supporting him. We have this time served deal that the judge is considering so that, we can wrap up this case so that he can move back home, work for the family, go to school, everything that we talked about.
Yes.
He just always wants to make sure that as a young person, he has support. He knows exactly what's facing him before we do anything that he can never get back. So this plea that he wants to do, it's got its pros and cons that we talked about. So that's why the judge asked me to bring you here so that if you have anything to add or anything, so that he can consider it, so that he can make up his mind whether or not he's going to let Diego take the time served deal. Okay.
Please, just tell me about Would he be approved for the PTI program?
He's already been approved for that, Judge. It's a 1-3. I've talked to him at length about that. It's just something that he and his family does not feel that they can accomplish with all the.
Because he can't stay clean.
I mean, Judge, I mean.
That's it.
They have some financial difficulties. So anyways.
Money is of no difference. I could care less about the money. When you take.
Well, on a PTI program, Judge, I know you don't on defers and stuff like that, but on PTI, there's not a lot of wiggle room besides the $300 DA fee. I mean, that's about it. In terms of the machine, in terms of monthly, they're pretty rigid by that. So I know you feel differently and your deferred is, but PTI is just.
That's complete.
I mean, PTI is just a hard rock, Judge, especially for economical reasons. Anyway.
Back when I was staff individuals too, like I could tell. Just like good on when it comes to more than now, these. Yeah, I agree.
I've barked up that tree many times, Judge.
Here's the thing. You're going to pay for this one way or the other. It's whether you either get this case dismissed and go through this program, or whether you take a conviction and then end up with all these surcharges from DPS, end up with a license suspension, have to pay DPS for all these other fines and fees, not to mention your insurance skyrocketing because of this DWI. Insurance rates now are absolutely bonkers because of how insurance companies are molesting us now as it is. It doesn't get better when you plead to a DWI and it goes on your record. It'll get 3 times, 4 times as worse. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. When you take a half-ass approach to something in life, you will get a half-ass result. There is a program now that you are approved to be in to get this case dismissed. All you have to do are 3 little things: a little community service, a little class, and most importantly, stay clean. That's all you got to do. And if you can do it for even 6 months, they will dismiss this case. By pleading guilty to this case, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. And you will pay for it. I promise you. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week, but maybe 10 years, 15 years. You know what? Why didn't I take that class to get this thing dismissed? Oh, you're going to pay for it one way or the other. You are old enough now to make your own choices. I mean, you're what? How old is he? 18?
17.
17
in June.
Judge, I also want to correct myself. I've had him mixed up with another young client. He does need to provide mitigation information. So he's not 100% ready and approved.
Is this, what does he have now? Is it an accident?
Your Honor, it's a
THC.
Yes, modification.
Got it.
So
But I mean, the odds of getting in are.
I don't want to speak for anyone, but I would assume.
I don't want you to make a decision now, but the decision you make will have lifelong consequences. And the problem is, there's only one problem, is staying clean. If I test you now, what are you going to test for? I don't want you to answer. But I think you and I both know. And it's been like this since day one. It has never stopped.
Judge, I think he's got a couple of negative tests, if I remember correctly, like the last time you were here, right? I mean, he's got some negative tests and we can verify that. I mean, the last time he was here, you went down, it was negative, right?
December 12th, we had a negative, and then a no-show on January 27th.
And that's when he moved, he actually moved back to Victoria and he's back here. I mean, if you want him to think about it more time, that's great. But the problem is, Judge, he is 3 hours. The family had a hard time getting him here just this morning. So if possible, and he decides again to go down the time served, we'd really like to get it done today because that way it's just easy for them not having to come back. And that's part of the issue, Judge.
You are the master of your own domain. I'm telling you, it's the dumbest decision that you'll make now regarding your life. Because once you end up with that conviction, it will be very difficult to get a job. You will have to explain it on every single application that you apply for anything. Job, apartment, school, to get a license, to get insurance, every single application that you will apply for whatever it is in this life, you will have to sit and explain for this, and it's going to close a lot of doors. I'm telling you now that it is not a wise decision to do. I'm telling you not to do this, but if you want to, far be it from me to stand in your way, but I'm telling you, it's not a good decision.
Judge,
You guys go talk and see what you want to do. I will give you more time if you need more time.
Absolutely.
Really. I think that you should get into this program to try to get this case dismissed. That's it. But you guys tell me what you want to do. John, if you want to do the time served, you've got my blessing, but.
It's never me, Judge. I just want to make sure that the family and he understand every single word that you just echoed that I echo.
And so much that if you go, we can allow you to report via Zoom so you don't have to come back. But you can't use. You can't smoke weed. You can't use alcohol.
But I'll also leave the offer open too, to go with that, redirect you. I'll leave that offer open.
I got it, Judge. But I mean, it's.
You make the decision.
I'm talking, Judge.
Right, Jim? Yeah.
Judge, I have Christopher Vera for a plea. Okay. I'm going to ask you, it's a DWI second. This is the one where he was in bond forfeiture status for a while, and so you wanted him to either plea or trial today.
Okay.
He's accepting the 30-day offer. Would you be willing to waive DPS fines, Judge? He was previously found indigent, but he also makes maybe $1,000 a month.
Is that him now?
That's his family, Judge, on the right. He's over there, Judge, on the left.
Is he going in now?
Oh, yes, Judge.
Yeah, all right, I will.
Thank you, Judge. Have him come up. Oh, have him come up, sorry.
Counsel, come
Mr.
on.
Vera, come on up around here.
Morning again, Judge. I'm approaching on a Sherman Pierce. I wanted to see if the court was willing to lower his bond. So he picked up a felony retaliation. Felony court said his bond at 3,000, but his bond is right now 5,000 on criminal mischief over a broken window.
Great state of Texas. What's your position?
Yeah.
So he picks up a mischief and a retaliation. Is it retaliation? He threatens, he threatened someone? Is that the-
He has a neighbor.
That's a retaliation?
He has a neighbor, and it's based on the neighbor saying he knew it must have been him. Didn't see him do it. Just knows when the window's broken because him and his neighbor have that blood.
Well, so do you think there's PC?
I think it's the retaliation, they certainly have him on PC, but with the.
Well, let's do. Hey, at you going? Do you mind bringing out Mr. Pierce, please? Thanks. Let me bring him out. We'll do probable cause. You ready? Okay. Can I do this plea while they're bringing him out? Come on. Are you mom? Come on. Do you speak? His mom and dad?
Yes, Judge.
Wonderful. What's the last name again?
Vera.
That's okay. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Mr. Vera here is charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 3 days that you've done. Hey, give me 1 second. You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. What happens the next time?
It gets worse. I'll be in jail for a long time.
No, not jail.
What prison?
And it doesn't matter if you're just a little bit drunk, if you're stumbling, falling down halfway, passed out, unconscious. No. All they care is they smell the odor of either marijuana, the faintest smell of alcohol. They will charge you now with a 3rd-degree felony, minimum 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you will get hosed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will stay on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. Be careful, because now he's got 2. He takes your car, gets into an accident, could be very well on you guys now. So got to be careful. Don't drive without insurance, because you get into an accident. Lord help us. I am going to suspend your ability to drive for 2 years. Do not drive until you get a license. I am also, one more thing, your lawyer is asking me to waive your DPS surcharges. That's a $6,000 fee that I'm waiving for you now.
Thank you, sir.
The only thing I'm going to ask you is don't kill someone. I don't give a rat's behind if you want to go get lit. Don't kill someone. For $50, you can take an Uber. It will take you wherever you want to go in this life. Don't kill someone. All right, good luck.
Thank you,
Thanks, guys. Thank you for coming. He's going into custody.
Going into custody.
You can run it, CC. Okay. All right, coming up, Mr. Pierce.
Yes, sir.
Come on up. How are you?
Pretty good.
So your lawyer, I'm bringing you out now. You are charged with criminal mischief, right?
Yes, sir.
There's a question about whether there's probable cause to go forward with the case. We're going to do that right now.
Yes, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On March 9th, 2025, Officer Davis Hunt to 6615 Conley Street in Houston, Texas, in Harris County, regarding a criminal mischief investigation. The complainant and the complainant's wife had known the defendant for around 20 years. The complainant heard a loud crash outside and believed that it was the defendant because the defendant broke into the complainant's car the day before. The complainant went outside and saw the defendant riding his bike on the street and observed his front window to be broken and a large rock the size of a baseball found inside. The defendant told the complainant that he was going to get gasoline and set the house on fire. And the defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license. The officer searched the area for the defendant and observed the defendant near his listed address and placed him in handcuffs. The defendant told the officer that
You just put him in handcuffs. Let me just put him in handcuffs. He's riding his bike while black. Any kind of evidence to show that he did it?
Your Honor, the defendant identified him as the retaining him as they were further in the investigation.
He didn't see him do it. No?
They did not observe him doing it.
No. All right. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case, sir. Okay?
Thanks, Judge.
Mr. Pierce. Mr. Pierce. No, just be careful, man. Life's too short to spend it in a 6-month.
5-year-old mother I take care of, right? My brother just got shot. My grandmother passed. Man, I've been doing everything right. I got her feet. I changed my life.
Probable cause. You still got the felony case that's holding you upstairs, so I can't get you out today. You don't have a case going us with going forward with us, but
They say my bond was 500, right? I can post bond.
You just got your case dismissed. You have no bond on this one at all. So now you
Get
just
out.
have the felony. You just have the felony. This one's no PC cost. Okay?
no, but Mr. Morrison, you're going to get out today.
Yes, sir.
Because you've made bond on your felony case, and I found no PC on this case today.
Thank you.
But stay in touch with your lawyer and be good. Be good. It's not hard. Be nice. Okay, Mr. Pierce. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
You too.
Thank you,
On page 18 of the economy right now has very
The issue is.
Is he here? Defendant's here? Okay, so just, did he hire a lawyer or no? Come up, Mr. Rubio.
Oh, okay, so,
You have a lawyer today? Sorry?
You got answers.
you could say that was a possibility.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yeah, because I mean, if I have to hire one, I'm gonna need more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's it.
Fill out an application, I'll see whether you qualify, okay? Deputy at you going, I'll give you an application.
No, it's
And have them sign the last.
Oh my God, hey. Hey, can you help me out? I need you to read PC something for me.
Yes. Yeah, no, I think it's the last part.
Seeing people like this.
Yeah, so are you talking the 24th? Judge, he's already on docket. But he's also mortality.
Just keep him on because he's, can I give you cause number? 254. Whenever you're ready. 7912. Did I give this guy a PR bond? I could, like, I want to say that.
Mr. Mason, what are we doing with this?
No, remember Abel came up to us, we were talking about it. And then I said, hey man, be good out there. I gave him a PR bond because he had something, remember? He's now picked up these 2 serious charges.
Yeah.
I put him on for tomorrow.
This was the one where he was in custody and we weren't able to get his. They sent him down before we can get him to sign bond conditions.
Right. Hey, Mr. Morrison. Mr. Morrison. If you ever feel like there's no probable cause on something, bring it to our attention. We'll do PC anytime. Just, you know. Yeah, it's not a big deal. You know, we get people that come up and do PC 2, 3, 4 different times. Just really.
You probably mentioned probable cause.
Yeah. So good. Good job, man. No, but there was something that, like, I spoke to this kid because he was in custody, right? And they didn't give him a bond for some reason. And then I'm like, here, Abel came up Maybe Abe will be able to.
I'll let the deputies handle.
Oh, you know what it was, Judge? This was the one where it was a last minute thing. We had Henderson on, but he never showed up. He was the last guy on and Abel showed up. And you appointed him in interest of justice just for that day. But then you said you wanted Henderson on. But then the Max were saying, no, we'll just put Abel on. So we kept Abel on. That was that last minute, last guy of the day. He was in custody and then we were trying to either figure it out and I guess something.
They brought him up late or something and we couldn't, or we appointed someone and the lawyer couldn't show up.
Yeah.
So I appointed, or in the interest of justice, I was able to do it. That's what it was. But they didn't give him a PR bond for some reason. I gave him one, but why did they not initially? Because I don't remember.
I think it was because something about a felony, but it was no immunity or something. Is that right?
Jillian, sorry, I'm just trying to remember things.
Pushing on Mr. Myers' Tuesday.
Okay.
So our plan was to deal with this after the felony was resolved. The felony has now been reset to 4.8 for PSI. Mr. Myers got to an accident a few months ago. I think he had some head injuries, and so that's why they reset it for the PSI a couple times. His TRAS was done and everything. The result of the felony is either going to be deferred or prison. And so it's really hard to kind of resolve the misdemeanor before we know what's going to happen up there. So I was,
with us.
it's a DWI second out of the same transaction, evading, felony evading up there, DWI second here. So if he's going to prison, then he'll take whatever on the misdemeanor.
But are you going to dismiss it if they send him?
I'm not going to dismiss it.
See, you gotta go regardless.
It's a matter of like, does he take probation now and then go to prison and be on probation when he gets out of prison? Because that's what happens every time. I've had to deal with so many of those. Or, of course, the time served is not an option right now, which is what he wants to do if he has to plea on the misdemeanor before. But he doesn't want to go into custody just before he has his PSI either on this case.
What's the cause number?
Yes. Our cause is 251-3063.
Who's in the 337th? Who's that?
Oh, I knew and then forgot. I forgot, Judge.
Do you have any kind of idea where it's leaning or no?
So the current offer on the case is 6 years TDC.
6 years TDC.
Yes, Your Honor. So that's probably where that at. Also, you see that there's the felony, they had the TRIs, and it looks like they had to go.
What did the TRAS say? Guido, Judge Guido.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was like,
SAT.
What was it?
Saturn.
Okay.
So if she were, to do a deferred or a probation upstairs, would it be something that you guys would be interested to run concurrent here?
Yes, absolutely. I honestly don't know what's going to happen, so.
So what happens if it doesn't go though?
It doesn't happen, like, and then it gets reset again. I honestly, truly believe the last setting it would happen, so,
Right.
yeah.
I'm willing to give you more time,
Okay.
but I mean, at some point we got to say when,
Right.
you know? So do you want to do a jury trial after that day?
Okay.
And then if he doesn't, then
Then we'll just figure it out. He can start a probation here and just see what happens upstairs there.
And Judge, we've been in contact with Felony. I can let him know what the situation is here and hopefully it will get resolved in the next court day.
So 4/8. So you want to set it for the 15th? Is a short week though, right? Isn't that Good Friday?
This week or?
No,
Oh, yes.
April
The
15th.
18th is a Good
It's
Friday.
Good Friday. You want to set it for trial for the 22nd then? What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's
Want to
fine.
take it off the trial docket? For the next day?
Can we take it off the trial docket? I mean, we know we're not gonna try
Hey,
it.
Jillian, yeah, for sure. I don't want you to have to, if you know it's not going to,
Right.
I don't want you to have to, both of you have to it sucks having to prepare when you know you're not gonna, right? So why don't we put it on for 4/9? And then, but after that time, if he's not, then we gotta we gotta do something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey, Judge.
Oh, is that him?
For review. And then I had a question about something. So I got an email while I was out, I was going through all my emails. This person was on WIPTI and counsel was Sims, who's now a judge. Simmons, Daniel Simmons.
Dan Simmons.
Dan Simmons. So he's a judge now. So
He's a judge?
Yeah.
What?
He was appointed.
No.
Yeah. He was appointed.
I had no idea.
Yay for him. Congrats. Yeah, so do you want me to appoint, because apparently there's a PTI issue.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
So-
249 645.
Mhm.
Shatori, what's the issue? Are they kicking him out?
Melinda, sorry, Shatori.
249.
8675309.
Stop it.
42496
Wait.
2496425. And then you have some toll paper up here. Let's get it.
So what's the word?
He has a lot of invest on his device, $0.
Oh, no.
That's what they.
No. Bring him in. We need to docket him, appoint him a lawyer now.
Okay.
And we need to put him on. What is this?
How soon do you want me to give counsel?
Week.
A week. Okay. All right. I just had to skip James.
Hi, James. You ready? Are you ready for tomorrow?
Ready tomorrow?
You have like 6 BVRs on for tomorrow.
Oh, I had a bunch today. I had a bunch of issues today too. Do I have 6 tomorrow?
I don't know. It's something.
You're scaring me, Judge. I don't think I have 6.
No, it's 10.
No, I'll take a look, Judge. I think I should be fine. My clients may not be fine, but I'll be fine.
Right.
Okay, Aravalo, Judge. This is, he's in custody. This is one of these unlawful carry of a weapon where they're charged for being under 21.
Is that the only thing?
Yes, Judge. And
Let's do PC then.
On December 20th, 2024, an officer responded to a residence regarding a shooting that just occurred. The officer stated over the radio that a concerned citizen pointed out a motor vehicle involved in a possible shooting. The officer followed the motor vehicle and began calling out in the direction of the motor vehicle. A felony stop was conducted. The defendant, 17 years old, was in possession of a handgun with a sling.
With a what?
With a sling?
I think they mean like a holster, Judge. Like a detective style holster, maybe.
Really?
That's kind of what I think of when I hear sling.
I'm Googling it now.
So
No,
they-
a sling is like, you hold it over
Oh,
your.
the strap? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But they charged, he's got an ag assault, an ag rob,
It's a
evading in a motor.
different-
Oh, that's different. Okay, I
Yes,
thought it was because
It's the
if
first one.
it's all the same criminality, then that's something, but.
It's the first one he's charged, it's still in custody on others.
So the only reason, because under 21?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'm gonna find a problem.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
For sure. Aravalo, no PC. Papa 22. Yeah.
I always expect to you know, be the she couldn't well those teams. Thank you.
Sure.
And why I'm sure you want a motion to submit warning charges for theft.
What's-
The class number, 252-987-0.
Holy moly. Well, I wonder if those are all auto thefts.
They are.
Maybe like there's a ring with that, you know? Yeah.
So the Mercedes Benz, 2 GMC Liverpool. It looks like out of a neighborhood. Him and some friends.
Yeah. Bond is set at 500. So set bond at 10,004.
Okay.
Please.
And then this second one, 237-6753.
Garza?
Yes. He's, so probation is supposed to expire on April 26th. He still has to complete 50 hours of community service. They drug tested him on February 11th, and he tested positive for THC. So they want him to complete a basic decision making and extend it for 90 days.
Interview of the community.
Okay. Or EDM and move with community service. And the 3-month extension is okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If he tests positive again, he's hosed. Let them know.
I see that, Judge. I got a figure tomorrow. Okay.
And then some on Monday too, I think.
What advances it for?
Well, I just started going through them.
You said, Judge?
I just started going through everything that's why,
Oh, okay.
like a movie list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was working on the brain day and like I've been on other does.
Angel Melendez. Angel Melendez.
But I wanted to see.
This one is a unique situation.
Okay.
So the last one.
Okay, so you walk.
Just want to ask you, do you walk through bonds if someone violates their bond, and will you be willing to do that if they have a bail bondsman on standby?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to
Case by
commit to
case
anything.
basis?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
It's one time versus 4 times, big difference, you know what I mean? Just,
I really do agree with you.
I was just appointed to Angel Melendez. And they said that he's not.
is that him?
No. They said he's not here. It's the issue where Dan Simons was his attorney, and then so I think so we should probably get a reset or get him over here for admonishment on.
Okay, like a week?
A week, okay.
Get him over here.
Sure. Okay. Good deal. Judge, thank you.
Okay, let me work on it.
When's the last time you saw Young Guns?
Wow, but I was thinking.
Why were you
our
thinking
case
about
from
that?
Yesterday.
Why?
I was thinking about our case from yesterday.
Oh, no, me and Blaze, we're gonna let it sit for a little bit. I'm gonna let him work on it for a little
I
bit.
don't know if I have a problem with it regardless, you know, because
Well, Judge, I did put a way to approach on it, so unless he wants to approach. I mean, I looked at it, but,
we should take a look.
The only concern I would have with hearing one hearing is that there's also felonies that have strikes. Officers on the stand, they're also having.
But our case, would it impact upstairs?
If we, the one thing I can think is if we have a hearing on the record, it could affect what happens upstairs.
Well, that, yes.
Yeah.
I get that.
We're just checking on the.
What is he charged with upstairs?
For. That's what
But ours, if I find no PC, I don't think it'll have any bearing on upstairs because I don't see, you know, you've got
No, I don't see that. I'll just call to the family.
Yeah, you can do it later.
If you found it.
Right, I just, take a look today. They mentioned another witness. Tell me about the other witness, because if there's another person really there, then, and they can't put not my guy, your guy using it, how? So can you just take a look? You're gonna be here tomorrow?
I'm here tomorrow, but Judge, I will say, I did tell Blaze I was gonna hold off on it till next week. So if we can hold off on it till
It's
next
always
week.
the right time to do what's right. I don't want to force them, you know?
That's fine.
Okay.
If you provide a call, that's up to you. I'll do it.
I'm not asking you to do anything, and I don't want you to do anything that's going to get you in trouble, right? If we don't have someone that puts him using the device, because it's a specific intent crime, right? You have to, do you have the cost one?
Oh,
I know you guys weren't.
I do have it. I had to do something else in case. I have it 255-1022. Ignacio Castillo Ramirez.
See, it says, using a radio frequency jamming device to prevent communications between officers. How do we know that he used it?
I'll take a look at it right now, Judge.
We know that it's in a vacuum. All we know is that there is some kind of disruption, but there are multiple people there.
Right, I see your issue. I do. I'll let the devs sit for themselves and. Okay. So I'll reach out on the arm.
Now, look, if you find something different, I'm all ears. Just like with them, you ever find something different, you can always reapproach on PC, and I'm happy to do it. I mean, I don't think I can do it now anyways, because once you find a PC, I lose jurisdiction, but.
Okay, so as of right now.
Find something, re-indict it, or indict it, you're not gonna hurt my feelings, right? If you find something later on that's something else, then by all means. Okay, so no PC.
Castillo Judge?
Yeah. And I'll do an entry now.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Of course. Did you come up here for something else?
Let's talk about Young Guns. I want to talk about Young Guns. Like, I came across it like a couple months ago. I watched, I never watched the full thing, but I spent like 20 minutes watching it. Yeah. Love that.
And an all-star cast team.
Emilio Estevez, Lou Diamond Phillips. Oh, yeah, good stuff.
Another thing. Young Guns.
What is that?
Well, Judge, somebody.
What is it?
It's a great movie from the 90s.
I don't know. Let's see that keep up right here. I don't know what that is, Grandpa.
Yes, sir, Your Honor, Madam Provost. Chief. Your Honor, I am here on Mr. Joshua Connors. We were in court on 3/9/25, Your Honor, at which time I was offered a deal by the state for a pretrial DWI PTI. At that particular time, you have requested that information be provided to me, the letters and stuff be provided to me by today. I've got the letters. I've talked to our.
You have everything that you need?
I got everything that I need to send the package over to Mrs. Yeah, she's already given me the email address for the new person. The chief gave me the name of him, but I got the email address. And so all I gotta do is just email him and let him look over everything and see if it's.
Breath test, blood test.
It was a
check now, Your Honor. A breath test, 0.119.
But it was a minor accident, therefore it has to be approved by the chief and them supervisors.
So let's set it to make sure, see if we'll put them in or not.
Fair enough, Your Honor. Thank you, chief.
How much time was that?
1 week. Anna.
Good morning, Judge.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. I am here on a fugitive case for McGee, and Mr. Landrenew should be in the courtroom shortly because he's handling Mr. McGee's local cases.
McGee on page 30 and 31.
Yeah. So I'll let him give you the update on the local cases. So I'll stand down till he's at the courthouse, but I'll stand down till he comes into the
You said
courtroom.
McGee, right? You said?
Yes, he's in custody.
Hey, Judge.
Oh, this is the one that we were talking about.
There's two.
Yeah, so is this with Harold's case?
Yes. He did
So-
email saying he was gonna Zoom on, but I guess she said he's coming in.
He's coming in
Okay,
or?
Well, he said that he would be there. I assumed it was in person, but it may have been on Zoom. So that may be a bad assumption on my part, but,
Do you know, are they just gonna reset it again? What are they?
so I think someone's taking over the local cases.
Oh, that's right. But she's still not coming.
Yeah, there's some filing.
It was, we said it today because the lawyer was supposed to be here today. It was, Ray Sparks, that's right.
Monique Sparks.
Has she filed anything? Can you look, McGee, on either case, on the local cases, though, don't look on the, don't look on the fugitive. Yeah. Okay, so she hasn't filed anything, so he needs to just stay on it and work it up.
Okay.
Because I know that he may have gotten wind that she's gonna get on, but she's not filed anything. She's never, as far as I know, she's never been here. And,
Okay.
you know, she's a good lawyer, so she.
Right.
Yes.
I know, so that's the only way needed there.
All right, there you go, you're pretty good. Hey, Judge, I have a question about page 5 of my arch. I didn't really give any new bond conditions, and so I told John Lee to.
I don't know if they're gonna do a plea or if they're gonna.
Oh, well, he did try to do what you said, and I said, I didn't hear bond
No,
conditions.
no. He needs bond conditions. He's a good guy.
Okay, I'll email him with the.
Is the defendant still here? I mean, the aunt's still here.
Yeah, the defendant's still here, I saw him. I'll email John
In our beautiful bright star, Mr. Dixon. Why didn't you want a star, Mr. D? I've been saying it forever. I got stars on Oh, I took them on everyone, or I have to send you one. First, they did not send me one, so I just wanted to
Hey, Aaron. Judge, I was here for Mr. McGee.
She has not filed anything. She's not being.
They contacted me late yesterday and left a message and said they were going to take over, asked if they could sign for me. So I confirmed with him this morning that that's what he wants. So I called him.
Not filed anything though.
Why not?
Right?
I let him know just like maybe 20 minutes ago. Oh, and Miss Edie was supposed to be on here.
She's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
So.
Hard to see if they, this.
Yeah, I mean,
What to do? I can't let you off until they file something.
no, I'm not asking you off. I just, you know what's going on.
Yeah. So I'm happy to do if you want to roll to tomorrow, if you want to roll till Monday, whatever you want. I'm all.
Well, hopefully she would come tomorrow if, you know, he was all about getting set to Thursday.
I was be here today too, but.
So I guess we can do tomorrow. Is it okay if I Zoom tomorrow? Of course. That'd be good. Okay.
So we have any day.
Okay.
You can always Zoom.
And
So roll to tomorrow. Please.
Is that a good day for Miss Edie?
Yes, I'll be there tomorrow. As long as that works for the fugitive team.
That's good with us.
Okay.
So tomorrow, Friday, we'll wrap it up early, so if everybody can swing by, I close during 10:30.
Okay.
That'd be great.
All right. Well, I'll let them know. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Excuse. Okay. Thank you.
May I be excused, Judge?
Thanks, Anna. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good day.
Okay, see you tomorrow. You want to go through the list?
So I emailed John about Plea or 6 months. Judge is page 7. That's what Rosa has checked in. I emailed counsel twice. She can have another session.
Is that Eskimos in the back over there?
I think so, yes.
This case is 200 days, so I'm not doing long resets. You know, we'll roll it to tomorrow if maybe.
Okay, the top of the show.
Who's next?
Next one, Judge, was, well, okay, 18 Richfield, Richard Juarez, got it?
Okay.
I'm just waiting for him to come by. He
You
was
said earlier.
That's it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, well, this one's a health case, page 26, Landon is 198 days old. I emailed counsel by, I haven't heard from her.
She's usually good about shit, you know? Mm.
No. I don't know. I'm just waiting on John. Yeah. Safe right now, maybe the copies of that financial waiver. I have no idea. Yeah. That's all. Is that?
Okay, tomorrow's the day else. Oh, you're on Friday? I love you guys on birthday. It's your birthday. Happy early birthday. Are you gonna be here? I will. Why? Tomorrow. What's wrong with you? Why would you be here? I don't understand. Why y'all coming to work on your birthday? You guys like your size? My birthday is awesome. Growing up, guess what tomorrow also is, right? Pie then. Should we have pie? Oh my gosh, you should. I'll bring pie tomorrow. What kind of pie do you want? Oh my god, I know, it's fine. It's a tradition, it's fine. Hey, you should be able to pick what kind you want for your birthday. I've heard of it. I forgot about playing. I think that's really not the thing about.
Thanks.
Give me a school. I think I was pretty fond about it, but it's also I don't know, I'm doing jail credit math all day. I'm also playing new. Yeah, that's all day. Do they do one for three and other ones? No, they don't. They don't really. Okay. And to be fair, they are, but. No,
they don't do one.
they don't. And then why would you do that? In any other town? Listen, there's only so much room for the building. In any other town? No.
Not that I know of.
Not like surrounding Montgomery, High. They
Well,
don't have.
they not as a crowd.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's the only reason you do the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other solutions to that problem. Yeah, no, maybe they just want to talk to the other counties. They're like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Every day, so. Do they do that in TDC too? No. That's what I saw. Yeah.
State jail, they don't do what you got. You get 2 years, you serve every day.
2 years?
Serve every day, you go to the state jail.
They went to the jury. And they did 42 days. And I was kind of like, because we can't tell them about the 3-for-1.
No.
So it's like, yeah. How many years is he serving? He was supposed to serve 14, but then they let him out early, and I had no idea why.
They jury actually somebody 42 minutes.
They wanted
They tell
6
you why
weeks.
they get the whole team.
Yeah, 6 weeks. They said they were going to it.
6 times 7 is 42.
Mhm.
8 times 7 is 56.
I don't even know what 7 times 1 was.
7. My teacher told me that. Three times 7 is 7. 3 times 7 is 20. 7 times 7 is 28. 9 times 7.
You can go to your
Financial affidavits and, right, wonderful, great. So we'll put these back there so that when anybody ever needs them.
Just put them in there.
That way, we give it to them, hey, that way we give it to them, We're gonna have to set it off 3 weeks and then get it done. Here, go fill it out.
Do I get a raise for handing this to them? Judge, can I get a raise just for
What are you
being?
doing? Are they, you don't know?
We're waiting on Maria Del Villiam. I emailed her twice, no response. The jail docket, Blandon is the defendant. I hear you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Please don't have remarkable other children's actually. Yeah, we're waiting.
Is there any work tomorrow? I think we try to get cars.
We're gonna have to, our judges off the bench, everything. Yeah, are you able to someone? Richard is on his way. He's going for Mr.
Wow, okay.
I'm start writing on the wall. Did you hear what it was about? I don't know who it is.
The fight is court is already very big. Let's look at
Two different floors, but the cases, it's all 1120. Hi, Judge. I'm covering defendant for.
Oh, okay.
Can we, wait, our judge, since he was a bond forfeiture, I've got his family and they're all going to sit down and rethink about this, but they need some time. So it looks like, they're going to have some hard questions to answer. So they don't mind driving back. So we should get hopefully a resolution on one way or the other, because if he wants to do the PTI route, that's got to get moving ASAP.
I have the indigency packet now if you want it, so that they can, if they're interested, start filling it out. And then I can.
Well, I mean, I think the way they do it now is for mitigation. I've got to put a mitigation together because he's 17, and then an application.
But then I'd like to talk to Judge Geist to see how we can. It's not fair, because, a 17-year-old doesn't have a pot to piss in. How are they going to pay for this thing? You know what I mean? So why is it fair that parents have to foot the bill for this whole thing, So we need to figure out some kind of.
I know, Judge, that, usually they will waive the $300 DA fee, but machines, costs, anything, all of that, they don't even budge.
Okay.
So, I mean, whatever you can do to help the defense side on that would be wonderful, Judge. I'm pretty sure if you get a petition going, we'd all sign it.
Let me email Judge Geist. There's always a way. And I don't understand, like, the supervisory fee, why can't they be waived? It's a device that's an outside vendor.
Yeah.
And there are other vendors that will charge you a lot less,
Just so that we can reset him, so they can have time to think about it, can we just get a reset date?
Yeah, that still needs bond conditions.
Yeah. I mean, we're all here. I mean, we could take care of that. I mean, whatever you want to do. If you want to upgrade his bond conditions from last time, because, he had.
Don't want him to smoke.
Well, Judge, the last time he was here, before he had to go back to Victoria, the proof is in the pudding. He had to make.
Is she recording? Are you recording?
Oh, that's mine. She's with me. That's my office manager.
Oh, okay.
So, you're not supposed, please don't use your phones, Maxine, but anyway.
Don't record. All right, come up.
He does have a clear UA license on him.
I'm gonna test him now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna test you now. The only thing I'm asking you to do is don't smoke marijuana. That's it. Do you understand?
So
You don't have a license or insurance, because you need both, then don't drive as well. Don't use alcohol. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to split the atom or do anything funky. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sending you for a test now. So all's clear. I'm doing backflips. I'll be very happy. You test positive, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, well, anyways, Judge, can we just get a reset till at least tomorrow or something?
I'm sending you for a test now. We'll give you a normal reset.
Okay,
If it's dirty, I don't know what we're
and
gonna
we'll bring him back or whatever. I got you, Judge. All
do.
right.
All right.
Okay. So, hold
Do you
on.
still have stamp device? We just put her on.
What is your name?
Yes.
You speak English? Yeah. ¿Llamaste a tu abogado?
Sí.
¿Qué está pasando?
Diría que noté que ya venía, dijo, pero no vino.
It's Espinoza. I just can't get the lawyer. Do you know who it's Garza's office, but we haven't had anyone come. So voy a poner tu caso para el lunes. Tienes que llamarlo para ver a dónde están. Tiene que llegar aquí. Si no, vamos a tener una audiencia contra ellos, contra los abogados, ¿ok?
What about the bonds? Judge, what were the original bond conditions?
No alcohol.
He's done with me.
Yeah.
How long? Oh, 7
How old is the case again? You got the docket. I don't even know.
133 days
It's
old.
just a normal reset, whatever John wants.
So if we're doing a drug test, so we bring them back? for
No,
the-
no, we'll just do a normal drug test in hopes and praise and to everyone, Allah, God, just everyone, that it's negative. If not, then we'll
So 30 days and then pending results.
Jesus, everyone.
Yeah, it is.
Shiva,
So 30 days brings you up
Sibalinga.
April 15th or the 17th.
How about the 16th?
Required appearance for the results if they're positive.
Yeah, I think he might have just left to go do that, though. Can I sign for him? You need to get that on?
Yeah, we'll just generate it. Did I say one more? Okay, John, go ahead. Thanks.
Sure, take care. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff.
Coming back, John.
Could have held her in contempt. Put her in the back.
She'll be on probation.
Yeah, take care.
Mr. Garza. Still no Garza, so we'll roll it Monday. Vamos a posponerlo hasta el lunes. Llámate a tu abogado, por favor. Ok, por favor. No. Tienes que firmar. Hey, Brent. What's up, man? Go to it. We're done, I think. I mean, other than that.
Okay. So basically, it's been very. Yeah, there's those times when
Judge, I still heard from Maria, so that's the one we can go for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'll give it to the.
For which case?
Maria,
Oh,
because it was a MRP.
so just roll it a week to
Okay.
give them time to talk.
All right, so there you go. That's it, you're free to go. One of these. I don't know that we did, it exists. Maybe we did.
Yeah. Come on, man. Really? There you go. All right, fellas. That's it.
He said he was with his mom.
Elvis. Oh, it left a bit.